We got something a little bit different today, guys. We are talking interiors. These are just some of the samples that I've pulled offline, stuff that I kind of like. The two tones with the two different types of materials, the contrast in the stitching, the separation of the bench seat. Really do like that. Um, don't really know, the center line in the middle, no center line. Something a little bit more on the classic side, using all the same material straight across. The wrapping of the original door panels, that actually looks pretty slick. Um, but yeah, I got everything loaded up. We are loaded up. We got new dash pad, new door panels, taking our seat. We got our armrest in here and our visors. And it's about as much as I can do. I was thinking about coming out here and taking off the rest of these bolts. Oh, it smells a lot nicer in here. Oh man, it was kicking before, but it smells pretty good in here. There's two more screws left on that side. One right behind the cluster, and one in the very corner, and then this guy's out of here. So there's not gonna be too much to do there. So I figured I already got these guys out of here. I might as well load them up and take them to a upholstery guy, show them our ideas. There's 2 or 3 different spots I think I'm gonna check out. One guy that I personally know, and 2 guys that have done interiors for friends of mine on their vehicles. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who sees my vision, and we'll see what the best deal I can get. And yeah, we'll get going on the interior. We could drop that off. From what I understand, they can do it in about 2 weeks. Uh, give or take, obviously, if they have the material or not. But we are still looking pretty good. Today, I believe it's I didn't even check, but I think it's the 8th, August 8th. So from here in 2 weeks, we can get it by the end of August. We'll be looking good. We'll get the interior, put that back in there. While the seats and everything is out, I do have a chance to take advantage and put the stereo in, connect our I did end up finding my fuel gauge wire under the truck. I fed it through one of the grommets in the engine compartment, and that's that guy. Cut that guy to length, connect it. We can do the steering wheel, or the steering column with the steering wheel. We could do the stereo. We could run our wires for the speakers. We can possibly install the speakers. I think those will probably just be painted white. The little it's like a cover with a 6x9 hole cut in it. As of now, I think we could just throw it in there and paint them white. Throw it in there. But if we ever do get to the point to put like a custom stereo, we could just have them wrap that the same and make it match. But for now, just to get some sound in here, we could throw those in there. 6x9, 6x9, 4x10 up here to replace our old one. And that'll give us something to do. Here's our brand new antenna. We connect that guy. We can remove that guy. Get that guy out of here. What else? Oh, what's it called? Dynomat that guy. So I think we're gonna be working on the interior for a little bit, and yeah, wrapping up that interior while this stuff is getting worked on. Just kind of switch it up a little bit. Kind of gets boring working on the same thing over and over. Interior, I've never worked on an interior before. I kind of just always cleaned it up as good as I possibly could and just kind of ran with it. But this one we're going for a little bit more of a, I don't know, what can I say? A higher quality build, I guess. I mean, to the best of my ability. See just how much I can really make work, make happen in the backyard build with basic tools. We got September 21st, C10 tacos coming up. I know you guys hear me talking about it a lot, but I will be one of the proud sponsors at the show. So what better way to sponsor the show, especially a C10 truck show, than taking a C10 truck to the show from yourself, my truck, at my booth. So without further ado, somebody stole our tail light. So I ordered one. Well, it's actually my mother-in-law's truck. They stole her tail light, but she did let me borrow her truck. So I bought her a new tail light. We're gonna install that, and I'll cut you guys back on once we get to the shop. Tail light is in. Tail light is working. I was not prepared for so much dirt to come out from under there, but we are now street legal again. So let's get going. That's what happens when you ask to borrow people's cars. You know something's always gonna break. So let's get out of here. Okay guys, we're back working on the 69 C10 interior. We've already dropped off the bench seat and the visors, door panels, all that stuff. So all that's getting done. So I'm gonna take the time to try to get as much done in here as possible, because he says that he'll be done with those seats within 2 weeks, which, I mean, I don't know if that's fast or slow, but I thought it took a lot longer, but that's okay. We're gonna take advantage of the time that everything is out of the way. The tank is out of the way, seats out of the way, everything's out of the way. So I kind of got ahead of myself yesterday, but I didn't do too much. But I did buy one of these, and this connects to your grinder. I'm just using a 4.5-inch DeWalt, and I pretty much did the whole floor, just scraped everything, 2 or 3 passes, especially where it had like a little bit of rust spots here. But it ended up just being surface rust, so that was good. Did hit that side a few more times because that one was a little bit worse, but I mean, nothing that this stuff didn't work its magic on that thing. After that, I hit it with some Percoliner. So this stuff's on there. 2 passes of this, and it says touch up, trims, prevents future rusting, against scratches, blah 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 blah. So it's just a type of rhino lining. That's all it is. So got 2 coats of that on here. That was yesterday night, and it's been sitting here all day. It's about midday right now. I think it's 3 o'clock last time I checked, but got a little bit of a breeze, so I decided, what the heck, let's take advantage of this next couple hours, and we're gonna put some of the Dynomat stuff down. The phone is a little bit low on its charge, but I got a little charger here that between takes I'll put it on the charger, take it off, whatever. But I am going to be running 6x9 speakers back here, like I mentioned before, and these are just from eBay. Nothing special. I kind of wish they were a little better fitting, you know, but it's not. So a little bit is gonna have to be trimmed, and I'll show you guys here in a bit what I'm referring to. So in the beginning, I mean, I didn't even know how these things went in. It's kind of a funky shape, and it's not really molded to fit like perfectly. So this is how I think they go, at least, but I don't see any other way. So it's got these little grooves, or not grooves, but these bends in here. And this one here, I bent it myself with the crescent wrench, just to kind of get a better fit. But I'm assuming it goes like this. You know, I don't know why it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I would think it would have sat all the way down to the bottom. But then this doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm assuming that this little tab is to self-tap into here. So I bent it so it sits a little flatter, but before it didn't sit. But now I don't like the way this is sitting on here. So I'm going to trim this corner right here like that. It should fit better, because this doesn't fit right here. And you can't put a screw right here, because then you'd be, well, I guess you could maybe bolt it in, but I wasn't really planning on bolting this thing in. But we'll see. Let me cut this little piece off here, and maybe I do have little bolts that can fit on this lip. But then we got to put that trimming, or not that trimming, but the rubber weather gasket on this thing. Maybe small bolts. I'll see if I got maybe some small bolts, or maybe I could use some self tappers and cut the ends off. We'll see. I'll put this guy back on the charger for a little bit and get these things put on. Okay, speaker boxes are in. I don't even know what you would call it. They're not, definitely not boxes, but I don't know. I don't even know what they're called. I'm not even sure how they sell them, but they're in. Speaker pods, maybe, possibly. So all I did was bend this so it sits flat, because it comes pretty much straight. So just bend it, make it match, make it fit good, and it's definitely on there. I just put one up here, self tapper, self tap right here, self tap right here. Did a little trim here, because this and I cut myself again, but that's part of it. Just so it fits this contour a little better. Sorry if it's a little blurry. There you go. So fits in there better, and now you get that tighter fit. So with that being said, this is now dry. We're gonna start rolling some of these sound deadening stuff. I got this off Amazon. Sound deadening material by C10. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I ordered one box. Not sure how many feet I got. It doesn't say on here, but it's a peel and stick. I don't know if you guys have seen this stuff before, but you peel it, and you stick it on here, and you get your roller, and you get it all in the grooves. And this is what, this is what actually gets it to stay on there. So if you do put this stuff, don't just stick it on there. Get the tool, do it right, stick it on there, go all the way as far as you can. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some all right here, because single layer. You can hear that. I don't want to hear none of that. So we're gonna do the back, and we're gonna work our way towards the front. And I don't think I have enough to do as much as I want to do. Now that I opened up the box, I might need to order one more, but we'll start right here, and we'll kind of blend this into here with that, so it'll just look like it's all one piece. And then we'll cut our speaker holes out of there, and we'll have 6x9 holes back here now, and we'll continue to move forward as far as we can get. And I was looking through the boxes, and I found a brand new cigarette lighter. I don't even remember when I ordered this, but of course it doesn't come with instructions, so I'll Google that real quick. We'll connect that thing. That's not important, but looks nice in there. And then our stereo, we're gonna get to that pretty soon. I don't know if we'll make it to it today, but this for sure. Okay, so I started putting some down. I did the back. This stuff goes pretty fast. I just wanted to show you one real quick before I go too far, but I like to expose about that much so I can move this around. Because once this sticks, it's on there. I mean, you can still pry it off, but it's not fun. And this kind of gives you a little bit of wiggle room where you don't have to get it perfect on the first shot. And then we work the way down a little bit. Make sure you don't bury tools. Get it all in the cracks. Just like that. And wherever you have your bolt holes, obviously you're going to want to cut those pieces out. And as you're putting those pieces, I mean, you really don't have to. Just by putting the floor, it's good enough, really. But since I'm not going to be running carpet for a while, I want to put insulation on the whole thing so it just looks nicer. If I was going to run carpet like right away, I probably wouldn't bother too much, but I'm going to try to cover everything as much as possible. It looks like I will have to order one more box. I could have sworn I ordered two, but I've already looked around and I don't find it. So I don't think I did. I think I wanted to, and I just didn't. But I'll try to look up which one I bought, and I'll let you guys know after we finish this whole box how much you can do with one box. And if you're good with how this looks, then maybe you just need one box. But if you want to cover the whole floor, it's going to be two boxes for sure. But we'll continue on. See if there's anything else I wanted to let you guys know, but I don't think so. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just put it down and try to use big pieces. The more complete pieces is what I'm trying to say, without having to have too many little pieces. You will end up with pieces, but there's always gonna be spots to put this. You know, you could cut this in strips, put it in there, you know, so you're not really gonna waste anything. But if you put complete pieces, it just goes down much faster. So we'll continue on, and then after this is all laid down, I'll show you that little roller tool and what that's for, and we'll wrap this up for sure today. Maybe we can install the stereo. See how much time we got. Okay, so here we have it. This is one complete box, and that's what I was referring to, kind of blending it in. I just got that sound deadening stuff and went straight across, cut the hole, and whatever I cut here, stuck it to the wall. And this is what I have left over. I used pretty much everything. This is one complete box. Like I mentioned, I might buy one more, but let me show you in case you wanted to see the whole thing. This is one box. Now, the only reason I'm considering buying another pack of that is because I'm going to be putting subwoofers in here, so I want to have as much sound deadening stuff as possible, just to eliminate a lot of the what's it called, like the little racket from the metal. And I'm also want to do the firewall to keep away some of the heat from the engine. Sorry, I got the neighbor busting some oldies. Hopefully you two don't dock me for that, but that's one box. And I'll try to screenshot on Amazon the box that I bought. So if I remember right, they come in pounds. Like there's like 20 pounds and 30 pounds, 40 pounds. It just means, how many of these things you're gonna get. And they go by square footage. So many pounds of that stuff is equivalent to 10 by 10 square feet or something like that. I don't really quite remember anymore, but one more of those boxes should be more than plenty to do under there, back here, and throw some inside the door. But that'll be at a later time. Now we need to roll this stuff down. So I'll get my little roller. I'll get you guys set up on the other side, and we'll roll about 2 of these panels. And then what we'll do is we'll take a look at the box that I got from Retro Sound. Came with these right here. These go, they're called kick panels. Let's to put 6.5s in here. It looks like you could actually trim it and get maybe a bigger speaker, but I think they're made for 6.5s. I could be mistaken though. But I remember I'm going to use it for 6.5s, but it looks like they can be trimmed for different applications. But I have a vent. I think some years don't have a vent, but these don't have the holes for this little vent arm. So we're going to have to lay it out. And I'm probably going to paint these white. Or if I get that box in, I'll probably cover over this and just leave this part exposed, and I'll have that white. Just to kind of stand out but blend in at the same time. Well, let me roll this stuff down, and then we'll take a look at the Retro Sound box, and I'll show you the stereo that we're going to install on this thing here in the future. It's getting a little hot for today, so we're going to just finish up the mat, and we'll do an unboxing of the stereo, and we're going to call it good for today. Alrighty, let me get you guys set up. This part is pretty basic. We're just going to roll this stuff down. This is what actually permanently mounts this thing on here. I mean, it'd be really, really hard to get it off. You'd probably be ripping that out in pieces. So this stuff is here to stay. Right now, just with your hand, you're kind of able to get it off, like if you wanted to. I'll show you here, this little piece here. See, it's still pryable, but as you can see, it would just create a mess. So after you put this stuff down, if you're 100% satisfied with where everything is at, you got your little tool here, and then you're just gonna press this stuff in here. Now you're gonna go over the whole thing, and what's cool about it is since it's like a foil material, when you roll it over with this thing, it leaves these little grooves in there, so you can tell where you've already gone. So you're not gonna like keep going over and over the same spot over and over, and you can visually see what's been done so far. So some rolling to do. It comes with different sizes. I think I had a smaller one. Had a smaller one somewhere, but they come in different sizes. Oh, right here. Comes with a smaller one, different sizes. That's to get inside the grooves, get inside these little nooks and crannies. So use the tools, right tools for the job, and you're gonna end up with a better result. And I think this is a fairly cheap, huge upgrade for your older cars. Like it's night and day difference. When you like drive it on the road, you don't hear that much. See, like you could already tell, like big time. And anything that could quiet your old school cars, it just makes it feel that much more like you're driving a newer car with the luxury of driving an old school vehicle. You got the kind of new school technology coming in, and it's fairly cheap. It's easy to do, and the results, it's worth every penny for sure. So enough talking. Back to rolling. As you can see, it's a pretty fast job. That makes a big difference, the heat. So I'll cut you guys off for now. I'll bring you back when it's done, and we'll take a final look at it. All right, there it is, all rolled out. So let me show you guys what it looks like. This is the 6x9s. I just cover straight over it, went straight. I think it's cool. It kind of gives a factory look. I like it. I dig it. I will be ordering one more, like I mentioned, and we'll be doing the firewall and this back piece right here. And I might even do right here the transmission tonneau cover. I might just double that up, because I remember my last 72, man, it'd get really hot right here. But then again, that one didn't have carpet either, so I don't know. I like the way this looks, but I'd like to actually drive the car and not be burning up, you know. But let me go get that stereo. We'll check it out. Okay, we'll wrap this one up for the day, guys. Here's what we got. This is the stereo that I went with. It says it's Bluetooth compatible, USB, color display. I'm trying to read this through the phone, but it seems to be at 25 watts by 4, built-in amp in here. I think we're going to be running an external amp anyways. This is just kind of the best of. Ooh, this is kind of funky looking. Okay, so it's like a 2-part deal, I think. Let's see. It says the face is in here. Let's see. I'll put you guys down real quick. Okay, I see. So it's digital for sure. I don't even remember which one I bought, man. I bought this a while back, but so there it is. It's got the old school look with the little knobs. Actually, they're buttons, little buttons. So this is gonna go on here. I assume that goes on there somehow. And I opted for this. Let's see, we got a part number on here. There's the part number right there. I also got the kick panels, the one I showed you earlier, from them as well. Since I have the original stereo opening, and I mean, look at this dash, super clean. I mean, I'd have to be crazy to cut this thing. I'm not gonna cut this thing. So this was the solution that I went with to keep that factory looking. This will be in here like this. Then you got your little knobs. But I have not installed this one before, so I will kind of sit here, read some instructions, and next time when we come back, we'll be installing this guy. I'm kind of hesitant on installing it just because there's a screw right here, and it's really easy to get it from right here. But I mean, it's not too hard to get it from over here, so I think we're just gonna install it. So till next time, guys, catch you guys on the flip side.